to this review from Br Railfreight 7. Here we have Vitrains Class 37. Now, I got this for my birthday, and some of you who watch my channel will have seen it in some of my videos from then. And I've got to say, it's a really great model. Well, might as well start with the box. Vitrains boxes are very nice. None of that rubbish inlet tray thing or that iceberg packaging, which is it's okay, but this is top of the range. Which is strange because Vitrains are very affordable, and they're kind of like they're in between Hornby Railroad and Bachmann prices, but they're still of a really high quality, especially the motors. So you get this lovely box with this really nice engraving of a Class 37, or Type 3 English Electric if you want to be specific, or less specific I think. Oh, focus, there we go. So that's just saying it's in two-tone grey. Made in Italy. Well, that's all you can really say. Nothing on the back. Just lift it off. And then foam inlet. Something that says don't throw it away. Get a nice information sheet. So tells you where all the bits go. Fitting a decoder, pretty much self-forward, and a list of parts. So that's your bog standard one. Now let's get on to the actual model itself. Well, another fade, another day. The battery was dying when I was filming the last segment, so today is now Friday. And Friday is a days for playing with trains. So let's have a look at this actual loco from Helgen. Not Helgen, Vitrains. Now it's in the Br Railfreight Distribution livery. So it's got the lovely three-tone grey, which I really like this three-tone grey. I think it's a really great livery. With the dark grey, medium, then light down here. And they, I think they quite wisely chose this colour because a lot of the heavy soot gathers up here, so they made this dark colour. Maybe they're trying to fade it in when it gets really dirty and they don't have the budget to clean it. So anyway, the distribution livery has this type of thing, like square with some diamonds, and it has this zigzag pattern here. So the body sides are really nice. You've got the etched grills. What else? You've got the little logo things, very nicely detailed. The door, well, it's a door. Not much cab detail. It's a bit of a shame. The bogies are nice. Nothing wrong with them. Quite good detail. Got the nice silver BR logo, which is, there you go. There you can see the silver now. 37178, if that means anything to anyone. This loco is currently, I think it's in Network Rail duties at the moment, so it's painted yellow. So have a look at the end of it. It's got your classic 37 end, so it looks really good. With the big nose. It's got the opening hatches there. They're defined, but they're nice enough. Sprung buffers. I fitted the snow plows. Although you can't fit, as with most of these type models, you can't fit the middle snowplow if you want a coupling. There is extra front detail in the detailing pack, as many of you will know, which I haven't got around to fitting yet, but I have fitted the horns. So yeah, lights, nice lights, although the backlights aren't very visible. On the roof is very nice. You've kind of got this separately applied fan grille, which doesn't spin, and then this section as well is also separately applied. And then so, as if by magic, we'll have a look underneath. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the chassis off, or the body off rather. So now you can really see how like the fan is actually kind of done down, which is really nice. It really looks the part, definitely. Not spinning though, but then this is the the chassis, you could say. So it has the normal top of the range-ish like drive setup with your motor in this part, and then your flywheels on each end driving two bogies on each, no, two axles on each bogie, and the middle one runs free. Pickups on all wheels, well, apart from the middle ones. What else is there? There's a decoder fitted to it. These come DCC ready, as with all Vitrains. So I can't remember what make this is. It's either Hornby or Bachmann, one of the two. Then mine isn't it? It's just a little bit of tape holding it on. See what I mean with no cab detail? That's quite a bit disappointing. But then again, if there's no cab lights, then that doesn't really matter. And I don't think locals really ran with cab lights that much. Well, not at the night time anyway. So the body is just secured with some clips. Quite a few clips actually. It's quite a struggle to get on and off. You have to manhandle it, which you never like doing. Then push it down. So that's that. So how about we compare it to the Bachmann one? Okay, so this is our Vitrains model on the left, and this is the Bachmann 37 on the right. So let's paint. The Bachmann uses all of the shades are kind of slightly lighter, but they're similar. So I mean, running them together is not a problem. Well, apart from that, the motors run at different speeds, so you can't really do that. What else? The Bachmann's one comes with these little radio antennae, but the Vitrains one doesn't. I don't know if that might be prototypical or not, because these are different subclasses of 47. Given that this is a this is a type, what I think this is a /1 and that's a /4. The livery is just as nicely applied in either of them with the different subdirectory of them. On the roofs, they both have the same type of fan, so it's like the Bachmann fan looks slightly better, and it is kind of free to move. But the Vitrains one does have this the exhaust module is a separate thing attached, which looks a bit nicer than the Bachmann ones. And also the Vitrains model detail on the roof looks a little less moulded than the Bachmann ones. The grill's more defined on Bachmann. This is getting into the real nitty gritty of it here. But on these grills, the Vitrains one is kind of, I think it looks almost slightly better. Obviously cab detail on the Bachmann is superb. The lights, it has cab lighting and all that. Obviously this comes with a lot of the details fitted. This one doesn't have handrails at the front, but again that could just be down to the subclasses of them. So yeah, overall they're very similar. Very, very similar, which, given that this is about 20, RRP is about £20 more than this one, and you can get this one for about less than 50 quid, and I got this one for about 65 from Hattons. Yeah, so it really stands its own. So let's go up the track and let's run her. So here she is coming up the incline. Okay, so if you saw that, she didn't couple with the coaches, she just flipped them, which is a problem which I've noticed with these types of locomotives. Sorry about that. Is the fact that because you fit the couplers yourself, and because you have to adjust the height yourself, so sometimes they slide down and they're not at the standard height really required for them to couple up with stock. The Bachmann method of just slotting it in is much better. And that's another thing, these don't have NEM sockets as far as I'm aware, which is a shame. Okay, so let's turn around and move her back off with the two carriages in tow. And just find her again on the dynamis. The dynamis decides to work, which it's not deciding to work at the moment. There we go. Oh, well, that's good. There's no power to the track. Hold on, let me fix that and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so there's no power to the track, so let's move her off. These Vitrains locomotives really move and accelerate really slowly. I mean, that's like 36, which that's good because they run really well at slow running. They don't really have much of a top speed though, but we're not Skeletrix people, are we? So here she is coming back into the station. We're just going to run her up into the depot so she can connect to the train, or to the post train rather. Okay, now I'd like to point something out to you that has just happened when I was shunting this little train. As this pushed it over the points, the couplers came undone and came together, and then that derailed this back RAS livery one. See, that's a problem with the Helgen ones. Aren't very good. The Vitrains one, what am I saying? It's actually a basic flaw with the hook and drawbar type tension lock couplings. But especially with these Vitrains ones, they kind of wibble about. That's one problem I'd say definitely with them. So we'll couple her up and then we'll see how she deals with. Let's see how she does. Here she comes. Let's increase our speed a wee bit, shall we? I can't tell if the camera's... Oh, the camera might actually be focusing on her. There we go. She's made it, yeah. Well done. That's very good. Well done, Vitrains. You passed that test. Now it's just... Now all we're relying on is that the Bachmann Mark 1s. Oh look, and if you look and right down the end, one of the Bachmann Mark 1s has decided it doesn't want to come with us on this journey. They're so stupid. The Bachmann carriages, the couplings in the Bachmann carriages are horrifically bad. They're so bad. They always uncouple. I sound like a little child going, they're so bad, but they are. I mean, the Hornby ones are better. The wider ones work. They're reliable. These aren't. I mean, the ones on the Mark 3s are, well, they're wider, but they're not that any more realistic than that. Anyway, rant over. Back to this wonderful Class 37. Now here's a problem. We have a short out. That short out is because of this. The front bogie, or some bogie, is derailed. Yeah, it's this back one. Hold on, I'm getting a phone. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that, getting interrupted by the phone. Such a popular guy, you see. Always getting phone me. Anyway, this is the problem. This bogie. Is it this bogie? Hold on, one of the bogies must have derailed, because that's what causes shorts. And this has happened a lot on this locomotive. It keeps derailing, and it's always over this point. It's this point here, going over to my sidings over here. This point causes the trouble for this locomotive. No other locomotive is troubled by this point, except for this Vitrains Class 37. And I don't know what it is. And I've even solidified the track with some cardboard underneath it, stop it from wobbling as much, but nothing seems to have worked. So, and it only seems to do it in one direction. And it's in that direction that it falls. And it's really strange. It doesn't do it in the other direction. And it doesn't appear to be the snowplow or the coupling getting caught on something. It's really weird. Anyhow, let's get some running shots to finish her off. Right, this is her running at full speed. And as you can see here, like a true 37, she makes a bit of a noise. What's also strange is that her top speed isn't constant. She'll like pulse, then stop, and then pulse, and then stop. I mean, I need to slow her down now because she's approaching the point. Oh dear, she's broken free. See what I mean by these couplings being terrible? Yeah, so the top speed like pulses and goes. I don't know if that's some kind of... Because I read in the manual that her motor is designed for realistic Class 37 operations. So I don't know if that's what they do in real life. I can't imagine they pulse as much. But yeah, it's strange. Not that I should really be running her at top speed. But I thought I'd show you that. So overall on this locomotive, I'd say she's very good. Great price, great livery, great motor, rubbish couplings, and there's that thing with the wheels. But apart from that, I would thoroughly recommend any Vitrains Class 37. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.